Welcome to the video. I'm about to say something that most people are scared to say. Because once you say it, you can't unsee it or take it back. But some of the ugliest harm in the black community doesn't come from the outside. It comes from inside the house. And as kids, we were taught to protect the house and not the kids in it. You see, I didn't always have the language for it, but I saw it early. You know, the weird rules, the silence, the way that certain men could do no wrong, the way certain women are never questioned, and then the way that kids are expected to adapt to grown folks' dysfunction and call it strength. You see, we don't like this conversation simply because it breaks the illusion that all the harm towards us is coming from the outside. Instead, it actually forces us to admit that some of what we call culture is actually covered. Sexual abuse in our community isn't rare, it's just quiet. It happens in families, happens in churches. Hell, it happens anywhere where trust is automatic and asking questions is considered disrespectful. And then the wild part about all of it is that a lot of people knew about it. They just chose not to say anything about it. Then there's mothers who put men over their children. That's not a theory, that's a reality that people like to dance around because it makes us uncomfortable. You see, some women would rather doubt their child than risk losing a man. Then you got some who would rather protect their financial stability, their emotional validation, or appearances instead of just facing the truth. And instead of calling that out, we soften it. We make excuses for it. We pretend like it's a small number. We act like motherhood automatically equals protection, and it doesn't. Protection is a choice, and not everyone chooses it. Then there's how the community likes to protect predatory men. Because the only reason Diddy and R. Kelly got away with what they did for as long as they did is because we're protecting them. And we've all heard the lines. He's a good dude though. Oh, that'll ruin his life. Oh, she waited too long to say something. Oh, you know how she is. You notice how the conversation always turns into damage control for the abuser, but never damage repair for the victim. We act like consequences are more violent than the abuse itself. And black girls, yeah, they pay a special price. They're sexualized early, even before they can understand what's happening. Treated like they grown while they're still children. Blamed for grown men's lack of control. And then later, when the trauma shows up in their choices, the same people who failed to protect them are the first ones to judge them. They're being punished for surviving what nobody tried to stop. And then black boys, they don't get mercy either. When boys are abused, they're told to toughen up. If the abuser was a woman, especially when it comes to SA, they're told they're lucky. And then if they're abused by a man, they're told to bury it so deep that it poisons everything they touch later. See, we like to tell boys that pain is weakness. Then we got the nerve to act surprised when men grow up numb, hypersexual, angry, or just flat out disconnected. And it didn't come from nowhere. It came from silence. And anytime someone tries to talk about it, here comes the shutdown button. Oh, why are you airing out dirty laundry? Oh, you're helping the enemy. This makes us look bad. As if predators don't already know what they're doing. As if silence hasn't already helped them more than any outside threat ever could. Truth doesn't help the enemy, your silence does. Hell, we even drag God into it. Oh, just forgive. Pray about it. Don't touch the anointed. Even forgiveness gets weaponized. Spiritual language gets used to protect adults and sacrifice children. And nobody wants to admit that this isn't faith, it's simply fear. Fear of accountability, fear of disruption, fear of losing access to whatever power, comfort, or status you may have. So instead of the stuff being healed, no, abuse gets recycled instead of resolved. People grow up confused about what boundaries are. Even trauma is normalized. Dysfunction doesn't get passed down to any other group like an heirloom like in ours. And then every generation wonders why the same pain keeps showing up with new faces. But here's the part people don't really want to hear. If exposing abuse threatens the community, then the community was already built on rock. Protecting children isn't anti-black. Holding predators accountable for their behavior is not betraying anybody. Telling the truth isn't hate. But what's hateful is knowing and not doing anything about it. So, what's destructive is choosing image over innocence. What's cowardly is you being silent and then calling it unity. And I'm not saying this to tear us down. I'm saying it because I'm tired of pretending healing can happen without us being honest about it. You don't heal what you refuse to call out. You can't protect something if you're being silent about it. And then you don't build strength on top of lies. So if this makes people uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is the price of truth. And we've gone too long letting comfort cost children their safety. And that's the conversation, whether people are ready or not. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.